Hello everyone, welcome to today's PTEasYOU. PTEasYOU makes PTE easy. I'm Yu, your PTE therapist. Today, we'll first have a quick review of the highlights from the previous 9 lessons. I know this is a bit different from before. As for why, I'll let you know in the end. And then we'll study 7 new sentences. 今天的安排呢，会和以往有一些不同。我们会回顾一下以往9节课的内容，从每节课中摘取出一句话。原因呢，我在结尾会公布给大家。Let's get started. From Lesson 9, Topic: Education, Schooling. Education for quality refers to a well-rounded education that attaches importance to building character as much as knowledge. From Lesson 8, Topic: Education, University. Many students buy the university experience not just to boost their earning capacity, but also to get away from their parents, make friends, and find partners. From Lesson 7. Elite Chinese call America a place to learn critical thinking, build social networks, and secure credentials that will land them jobs and perhaps green cards. And that is topic China. From Lesson 6. As you read this, over 60,000 cargo ships are on the high seas, laden with iPhones from China, dresses from Bangladesh, beef from Argentina, oil from the Gulf, and much more. From Lesson 5. In cities across the country, protests sparked by racial injustice are showing an ugly side of America to the world. From Lesson 4. In the new era, the barrier between home and working life, a useful way of relieving stress, will be even harder to sustain. From Lesson 3. The evidence is clear that the virus has widened existing divides between professionals and low-paid workers. From Lesson 2. Restrictions will be eased in phases, depending on how quickly infections fall. And from the very first lesson. Tension between 2 superpowers has serious consequences. And for today's Lesson 10, our topic is environment. Friends who know me well understand that this is always my favorite topic. And for today's topic, we'll be covering the consequences of climate change, as well as the actions that can be taken by the companies, individuals, and governments. And last but not least, we will also briefly discuss the potential clean energies. And everything's just in 7 sentences, so stay tuned. Number 1, decarbonizing energy will avoid the chaos of unchecked climate change, including devastating droughts, famine, and floods. And here we have first, decarbonize, 去碳化. So D as a prefix means the reversal of the action. For example, we have activate, meaning 激活, and deactivate is the opposite of that. And unchecked. So if something harmful is unchecked, means it's continuing without or despite the attempts to prevent it. 不受约束的. Famine, a situation in which there's not enough food. 饥荒. So here we've got the consequences. Devastating, we already learned before. 灾难性的. Droughts, 干旱, famine, 饥荒和洪水. Number 2. And now we are looking at companies. First, companies should worry about the immediate impact of climate change on their operations. Next, they must expect ever more intense regulation, driven both by governments and by the demands of customers. Here we have immediate. which is used to refer to something that is a cause or effect of something else. So immediate impact here is similar to direct impact, 直接的影响。And with climate change on their operations, 直接影响 the physical damage caused by the climate change. And driven by means influenced by something, 受什么的影响驱使。也就是说，第二点是 more intense regulation. Regulation will become more strict. 而这个呢，是由政府和顾客来推动的。Number 3. And third is technological change that will create opportunities as well as costs. Opportunities that their competitors may be the first to exploit. Here we have exploit, means to use something in a way that helps you, so similar to take advantage of. So this whole sentence is a bit like a tongue twister, 有点像绕口令哈。他说的是科技的改变会带来机遇，也会带来代价。那代价是什么呢？ The costs are the opportunities that the competitors may be the first to take advantage of. 就是他们的竞争者会是首先去抓住这些机遇，这对于其他公司来讲呢，就是代价。Which makes sense. Number 4. And now we are looking at consumers. In any case, consumer action on its own can do only so much. Researchers from one study found that the effect on Europe's carbon footprint of 90 behavioral changes, such as buying low-carbon products, was not enough to defeat global warming. Here we have on one's own means alone. And carbon footprint, which is a popular term recently, 指的是碳足迹，so similar to 碳排放。那这句话呢是在讲 only by the efforts by customers alone are not sufficient to defeat global warming. 仅仅去依靠顾客的一些举动 ，for example, which was given here is buying low carbon products. 购买低碳的产品，这个行动本身是不足够的。That is why we also need help from the government. Governments must play an even bigger part in how businesses respond to climate change in future. New climate-friendly rules will determine how quickly companies decarbonize and how costly it will be for those that fail to do so. Here we have play a part in, so similar to play a role in, so to help achieve something, 扮演什么样的角色。And also we have got climate friendly. Similarly, we got environment friendly, user friendly, 用户友好的。And now you understand how to create new words, right? 这里是说政府也要扮演一个重要的角色，越来越重要的角色 in pushing business to respond to climate change. 他们会推行一些 rule, more regulations. 而这些 regulation 呢，会决定公司会以什么样的速度来进行去碳化。Number 6. Climate litigation is a growing risk for businesses and governments alike. Cases against governments could have broader implications for businesses, especially utilities and airlines. Here we have litigation, so it's the process of taking a case to a court. 诉讼，法院诉讼。And implications, it's a suggestion of something that is not expressed directly. 潜在的、隐含的这个意味。Utility, so it's a service that's used by the public, such as electricity supply or train service. 指公共服务。在与气候相关的一些诉讼呢，现在成为增加了公司甚至是政府的风险，因为目前有一些 针对政府的这样的法律案件。那他们给一些公司呢传达了一些隐含的信息特别是这些公共服务以及航空公司，他们是首当其冲的。Number 7, and now we are looking at other forms of new energies. Greater energy efficiency is yet to take off. Renewables may need even more subsidies, though prices have been tumbling. And carbon removal is nascent. First, we have got take off, means to suddenly start to be successful or popular. We also use take off 去讲 when it refers to an aeroplane 起飞。这里呢是指开始有起色，nascent, which means only recently started but likely to grow larger quickly. 刚开始崭露头角，但是潜力无限。那这里呢 ，three items are mentioned. First is improving the efficiency of the existing energy. And second is the renewable energy, such as solar power and wind power. 风能啊，太阳能 need more subsidies. We learned this before. Subsidies 补助。尽管 prices have been tumbling, means dropping significantly. 价格在剧烈的下滑。We also learned this, tumble. And the third item is carbon removal, which includes carbon restoration. For example, 如果从空气中把二氧化碳给固定下来 that is an example of carbon removal. Anyway, it's just one of the terminologies regarding the environment which you might be able to use in your writing. All right, that pretty much concludes today's topic. PTEasYOU makes your PTE easy. And as for why the change? Yeah, today is the last session, unfortunately. And I guess there are two reasons. First is looking at the demand in terms of the number of viewers and subscribers, which is a bit disappointing. So a supply simply cannot be justified. The second reason, I guess, is as I'm based in Melbourne, where the lockdown restrictions were just lifted. So maybe you and I can both have something better to do. Who knows? But I really want to say thank you to all that have been watching or just clicking the link to support for the past 5 months. I really appreciate it. And lastly, if you don't mind, an advertisement. Please contact me if you have any feedback on this platform. 毕竟我也是用心在经营这个平台有5个多月。如果你有什么样的意见或者是建议，希望能告知我。Or if you need help with PTE preparation, 我 PTE 考到满分之后呢，就在工作之余做一些PTE 的辅导。所以如果你有一些疑问的话也可以联系我。Or if you are looking for a business partner for PTE tutoring, please feel free to get in touch. I've got my WeChat contacts here. And if I hope you've got something out of the 10 lessons. Even if it's just a little bit, I would be really happy. And all the best to your English study. Thank you.